go. It's Remember the Show. Slick with the flows, where the sparring can go. Who's gonna be on, man, you never will know. Guess you better tune in, cause we live from Chicago. Belal Muhammad, that's the king of the tweets. Jason Anik looks like John, step his hands to his feet. Every Thursday we gon' give you a treat. It's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat. And retweet, and retweet, and retweet, and retweet. It's Remember the Show, hit play and repeat.
There he is. It is episode 3. Remember the Show. Thank you all for tuning in. We're excited to be back. Cody Merrow, our producer, with that hot track opening us up. That gets me every time, man. Belal, it's great to see you. We're happy to be back. Episode 3, Remember the Show. Seems like it's been a good week for you, man. Every time I look up, you're training. We're trying to have meetings. You're training at night, morning, noon, and night, man. So good to see you, man. How you been?
Hey, great to see you. It feels just like yesterday. We were at episode 1. Now look at us. We're on episode 3. We're making moves. We got big stars trying to get on the show. You know, I had my full of guys like, yo, when are you going to put me on? When are you going to put me on? But one at a time, guys, one at a time. Everybody's going to get your chance to be on the show with us.
I love it. I love it. Well, good, man. It's good to see you. You know, so I'll get right into it. Last weekend, main event, Israel Adesanya. So I hop on Instagram a couple hours before the fight and see a very convicted Belal Muhammad talking about really the main event and how it's not going to be much of a main event, and how Adesanya should be a bigger favorite, clear favorite. So in turn, I went to the window, if you know what I mean. So certainly you were right. And a lot of people sort of, thought Costa could be a live dog. So what'd you think of the main event? Certainly it sort of went down how you expected it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were I felt like a lot of people were taking away too much from Israel after his last fight with Romero, but it takes 2 to tango. So if Izzy's a very smart fighter, so he's not going to do anything crazy and outlandish. But as you saw when he fought against Costa, he made you guys remember. So he had to remind you guys how good he is. This guy's a monster. And I knew he was going to be able to pick him apart. Just the styles I saw, I just felt like he was going to be able to dominate this fight, and he did, man. He went out there, put on a show, and made Costa honestly look like he didn't belong in there with him.
Would you have expected Costa to sort of get after it a little bit and sort of go for broke? I'm hearing a little chirping about that. Any thoughts there?
That's one of those things where I feel like maybe the spotlight was too much for him. I'm thinking maybe it was you could sit there and talk a big game, but when you're in there and it's 5-round fight, you're about to go fight for the gold. Your whole career, you're sitting there waiting for that one goal, and then you don't know how you're going to react to when you get there. You don't know how your body's going to be when you get there. So maybe it was one of those things where he overthought it. Maybe he thought, maybe I'm going to go wait into the 5th round to turn it up. But you got to do what got you to the dance. What got him to the dance was throwing hands, pushing you to the fence, the pressure, and breaking guys. And he didn't do that this fight.
Yeah. Well, I certainly enjoyed it. Certainly, the advice of you sort of ahead of time sort of helped the bank account a little bit. So we appreciate that. But one thing, I want to get to with you, one of the things, and I think I alluded to this before for my brother John, working early on for ESPN with MMA Live and being with Kenny Florian and following his career was a big highlight. And that's something for me that I'm looking forward to. So we've been talking. We got 4 weeks left on Fight Island. I don't know if it's Mick Maynard. I don't know if it's Sean Shelby. I don't know who it is. I don't know what's going on. But we want to know. Us Belal Muhammad fans want to know, when are we going to see you in the octagon? And tell us a little bit about that process. What's going on right now?
Man, it's funny you just said that. I actually did get a call this weekend. Today, actually in the morning, my manager called me up with a name for a fight. It's going to be an exciting fight. I feel like it's going to be a good fight. I don't want to say anything yet, just in case both sides agree to it. But it's a good fight. It's not one of those fights where I wanted a bigger name, bigger ranking. But I'm one of those guys. When you call me for a fight, I'm going to be the guy to do it. I'm the guy that stops hype trains, and I want to do that for this fight.
Good for you, man. Well, we're looking forward to see it, and certainly that news will be broken on Remember the Show, I would think.
Yeah, of course. I have to break it on the show. I'm not going to sit there and post it. I'm not giving any MMA reporters anything. You're going to get the first text. So then we can finally get some posts from you on Instagram, social media, get your tweets out going, get some retweets on.
Well, good, man. Well, when you've had sort of the track like you've had over your last 8 fights, your last 3, whatever, we're anxious to see you get in there, no matter the opponent, if you want to know the truth. So I'm sure you heard a little buzzing, McGregor Poirier, a possible event for charity. Dana White did say that the UFC did they are under contract with the UFC. So certainly this fight, there's some talk there. Will it happen? Will it be in Ireland for charity? Will it be here? Will it be an exhibition? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's exciting. Like when you look at social media, that's one of the biggest things where nowadays fighters can promote their own thing on social media. And it's like you can see with like YouTube stars where they could sell 10 million pay-per-views with Jake Paul and stuff, make $10 million selling their own pay-per-view, promoting their own thing just through social media. And I feel like McGregor's doing this kind of thing to kind of like piss off Dana, where it's like he thinks Dana's talking about him behind his back. He's saying he's lying. So now you're doing this. Well, okay, I'm gonna do this charity show with Poirier, and I'm gonna say I don't even want the money. I don't need your money. I don't need your show. I can do it myself, just to show kind of like Dana, like oh, you want to keep talking? You guys could lose me at any moment. I feel like he's trying to do this, play this little bet thing. And I heard today that Dana said he offered both of these guys a fight in the UFC.
Right.
So we'll see how very charitable McGregor is when he gets that big check to fight Poirier on a real UFC pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, McGregor changes the game, whether it's rumblings about, boxing or whatever it may be. It's just sort of it's a different conversation. But, it's not going to surprise me if it all settles down, and it's certainly under the umbrella of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, where they're both sort of contracted to be. So
yeah, well, when you look at that, like McGregor is one of those guys where you're seeing him randomly pop up, like he'll be out of the public eye, then all of a sudden a big fight happens, and then he'll just tweet something weird like, oh, I'm coming back. And it'll be like a Cormier fight, a Stevie fight, just to steal their attention because he knows it's hot right now. The people are looking on social media, talking about the fights. And he knows how to do the right thing. Like, he's very good at social media. Like, nowadays, you need that to be a part of the MMA world because it's about entertainment. So, like, if you're not active on social media, fans aren't going to want to interact with you. Fans are not going to watch your fights. And, like, he's the king of social media, and Izzy's on his way to be the next king of social media. Him and John Jones right now are going back and forth, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. So so staying on there, I mean, Izzy says he wants to fight again this year. John Jones moving up. That seems like they're moving a little, not necessarily in the same direction for that to be a natural clash. You think anything happens there?
I don't really think it's going to happen yet, but I feel like it may be too late if Izzy keeps waiting, it's going to be too late for Jones to actually want to take that fight. Right now, it's just fun because they're both going back and forth on social media, and they're both very good at social media. So they're both very witty when they're with the responses. And Izzy really doesn't have that next challenge guy that's really coming at him on social media. So he has to go to Jones. But if Darren Till wins his next fight, I feel like Darren Till, honestly, that matchup could be the biggest matchup in UFC history because him and Stylebender, that striking matchup would be amazing. And Darren Till's the king of Twitter right now.
Yeah, he is. Well, and with the way what we've talked about too in the past with the UFC, opportunities can come in different spots, regardless of sort of what your last few fights have been. We talk about you 7 of 8, 3 in a row, and you were sitting here waiting to get a big opportunity. So Izzy, is getting after Costa a little bit, and John Jones. I mean, to me, to get that guy back in the cage whenever possible, I can't wait. I thought it was an interesting point, about the 25-foot octagon John made on the podcast versus the 30-foot octagon. Anyone trying to get Izzy in a fight, you may want to look to get him in that apex. He's giving him that move. He's just lethal. And, even with Costa sort of at the outset, just amazing to me how Izzy just sort of avoided anything that could have gotten him sort of near any trouble. This was just so savvy, right off the get-go. I mean, I was just blown away, man.
Yeah, he's literally like the most intelligent striker in the game. And even with Costa, where his game is to push to the fence and then let his hands go. Even in the fight, like he wasn't doing that. Like he had his moments where he got him to the fence. And that's what I think I love about the Till and Stylebender matchup. Because if Till gets you to the fence, Till's very good at being bigger than the cage. So like he's good at controlling the cage, controlling the distance. And then if he gets Stylebender to the cage, he's going to throw his hands. Like he's dropped a lot of guys at that moment where he dropped Wonder Boy, he dropped Cerrone, where they backed up to the cage and they had nowhere to go. Costa, he backed him up to the cage and he let him go. Costa threw a couple leg kicks. I'm like, you didn't throw your hands. You're a big puncher. So why weren't you throwing your hands? Your goal was to get him to the fence. You did your little taunting things, but you didn't do nothing after that.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, and ultimately, as much as I was looking to see a big clash, to your point, it sort of went down as expected. They're just sort of on different levels, and whether Costa has skill, to the same degree, we certainly didn't see it that night.
Yeah, but it's like one of those. Is he kicking himself right now? Like, oh, I should have did this. It's one of those. That's the worst thing I tell fighters. Like nowadays, when I corner my younger fighters or younger guys that's coming up, like right before they get in the cage, I'd be like, don't leave no what ifs. Don't be like, what if I did this or what if I did that? What if I let my hands go? What if I would have actually stuck to the game plan of taking them down, like my coach said, or stuck to the game plan of pushing them to the fence? And then you go in there and then you freeze mentally and you don't do none of that. And then after the fight, it's one of those where even when I'm winning, I'm always thinking about, man, I could have did this or I could have did that. And then it could have been a lot better, easier road for me to get the victory. So it's like always what ifs. And I always be like, don't leave no what ifs in there. And I feel like Costa left a lot of what ifs.
Oh, I can't imagine he's happy with himself. And it'll certainly be interesting to see where it turns around for him. That division doesn't necessarily seem to be stacked with qualified contenders, lining up.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like the top 5, they're all there. And then you're looking for who's going to be the next guy for Izzy. I feel like Izzy has, that's why I said before Jones, I feel like I want to see him fight Coronary and Darren Till. I feel like those 2 matchups are some of the best, the toughest guys in the division. I feel like those are very good matchups stylistically for Izzy, and I want to see those before I see him go up and fight Jones.
I agree, man. Well, so anyway, Bullies Bix should be a transition there. We are looking for, we're looking for a little improvement off of last week's, but Cody, whenever you're ready, we're going to get things rolling with the picks of the week, known as Bullies Bix. So, Belal, I'm not going to lie to you. I think I like this card more than the masses, if you will. There are just a lot of fighters that I'm big fans of on this card. So I think we got a sneaky good card here. We got 4 fights to go through with you. Last week, 5 and 6. Bullies Bix overall 13, 11, and 1. Fight card here, Saturday, October 3rd on ESPN, UFC Fight Night, home versus Aldana. Quickly, Belal, any teammates, friends on the card? I got to make sure I don't say anything about it.
I actually train. Juliana Pena trains with my coach right now that I train with in Chicago at Mike Valley's. So I've been seeing her at the gym a lot.
Good. Well, I'm interested to hear about that, certainly. Well, so these 4, we're just going to go over quick. For me, we're going to start off really one of my favorite UFC fighters of all time, Carlos Condit. Plus 110 in the welterweight division versus Court McGee minus 140. Condit's lost 5 in a row. Hasn't won a UFC fight since 2015, which I can't even believe I'm saying. I can't help but root for this guy. And I just remember as I sort of started to become a fan of the UFC, just watching Carlos Condit and really just sort of him being my favorite fighter for a long stretch, and just knowing that you talk about not leaving things in the cage with Costa. I mean, that's really how I always felt with Condit. Now, it's certainly down the stretch over his last several fights. I got to be honest, I don't necessarily think I saw the same guy. McGee has certainly been more consistent. I'll be honest, I don't know him as well. So do you think Condit gets off the schneid here?
Well, like you said, Condit's coming off like 4 losses in a row, but when you look at the guys he lost to, they were like top of the division at the time. He lost to Michael Chiesa. He lost to Cowboy Oliveira, T. Woodley. Like, those are some of the top guys in the division. Neil Magny. So, like, those are tough fights. And like I said, too, when guys get to his level where you fought for the title, the UFC is not going to – you lose that title shot, they're not going to give you any easy fights. There's always going to be tough fight after that, because right now you're at that pay scale where now they're not going to give you layups because they're paying you that good amount of money. And Condit has that name. But I feel like with this fight right here, it's like a perfect fight for him to come back to, where we see how hungry he really is. Court McGee's one of those gamers. He's a gamer. He's a tough fighter. But skill-wise, I think Condit has more skill than him, and he's fought some of the best guys in the world, and he's fought some of the toughest guys in the world. So it's really going to show us how much Condit has left and how hungry he really is. I think it's kind of like the same scenario with Cerrone when he fought Nico last fight, where you're like, all right, well, Cerrone has a little bit left in him. He had a tie with Nico. So with this fight, I think Condit's going to take this victory. It's going to be a tough fight, but skill-wise, I think he's going to end up coming on top.
Good. I like hearing that. Well, so down to your girl, Juliana Pena, who, once again, I mean, honestly, Condit and Pena, I can't wait for this. I love me some Juliana Pena. I remember watching her in The Ultimate Fighter 2013, and just, she wasn't necessarily favored as that show went along, but just to win that show, and she really hasn't fought a lot. I think she been a mother and done some different things. But when I was looking at her record, just shocked at how little she's fought. She's certainly confident. Her opponent, GDR, Jermaine Durandamy, certainly is tough and certainly could provide some issues on the feet. But I don't know. I've never bet against my girl Pena. So interested to see who you got here. GDR minus 150, Juliana Pena plus 120.
Yeah, this is another one of those tough fights where Jermaine has been very active. She's just fought for the title. She's had some great fights. But Juliana, she came out that last fight against Nico Montana. She toughened it out. She had to pull through in that one. But like you said, she's been very inactive. She's coming off of injuries. She had a baby. But like I said, I'm seeing her in the gym. She's working hard. She's going hard. And if you look at her literally only loss is to Valentina Shevchenko. So I think I'm going to go with this one. I think Juliana's going to pull this one out. She's one of those wild strikers, and she goes for weird takedowns. It's not stuff that you really could train for. It's one of those where there's not nobody really going to show you that type of style that she's going to bring to the cage. And I feel like she comes out on top in this one.
Well, certainly we're on the same page there. Mr. Mero, let's get a little chirp from you on this one here. Who do you got in this fight here? Any thoughts?
Well, Jay, I would give my thoughts, but I just don't think that I'm as qualified as the person that we're going to bring on the show. Welcome.
No!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Tatiana Suarez. I'm sure you can recognize her. Tatiana, thank you so much for being with us. My name is Jason. I'm John Anik's brother. I'm sure you know Belal well. Thanks for being with us. We are excited to have you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on here.
Cool.
It's an honor. You're our first female that we've had on the show. I wanted to make sure I had the most dominant female on the show. So
that's right.
Well, so you're 8-0. You've never lost. This is in your division, if I'm not mistaken. So what do you think here between Pena and GDR? Any thoughts? I know it's tough to put you right on the spot there, but what do you any lean this way?
I think I'm going to go with Juliana Pena. I think she can find a way to take it to the ground, hopefully. I don't know how, Jermaine is doing on her wrestling. I did hear something about, I was listening to an interview with her, and she was talking about how she's working on her strengths, which is, kickboxing. So I don't know if she's addressed the fact that, she struggles with her takedowns, but I think Juliana Pena could maybe dominate on the ground, which she tends to do. So.
I hear you. Well, so for you, we're all anxious to sort of see when you're coming back in there. And I don't want to put you on the spot again, but when I talked to my brother today about you, I mean, he's referring to you as a future champion and just can't say enough. And so we're all anxious to sort of know, is there anything sort of coming down the pike?
Right now, I'm just focusing on, improving as a martial artist because I still can't go live yet. So, by the way, this is Lauren.
Lauren. Second female that's ever been on the show.
This is my niece. But yeah, I don't have anything like a date set yet. I can't go live yet, so I'm just kind of like, working on my martial arts and getting better as a martial artist in the meantime while I'm out. It's a good thing that, like, with necks, they do tend to take a while because you just don't know when they're going to heal up. But it's not like a foot where I can't walk around or I can't do anything, so I could definitely still get my work in.
Okay, I wanted a question. How was your first week of picking when you made your MyBookie picks? With everybody coming to your DMs, you're going against Russians. I saw the comments. I saw them attacking you. You can't go against their people. What's the matter with you?
I don't know.
You picked the right fight, though. You got it right, though. I'll give that to you.
Okay, I did get it right. I did, but I got like all the other ones wrong except for one. So I think I'm like 2 for like 5 or something.
Yeah, nobody will use your MyBookie anymore.
We'll let you redeem yourself. Oh, wow. Repeat. Whoa.
There we go.
Welcome back, family. Flash and handguards. What's up, gentlemen?
How's it going?
Back for more. Good to see you boys.
Settle carpet beef.
Where's my fucking rug?
We've been complaining about his carpet.
Oh, sorry. First.
Yeah, we
Where's my
were
rug?
sitting there trying to get Till. He told me to call him. He got mistaken about the time. He thought I said spa. I said, no, PM. He didn't know what we were talking about, but I was like, all right, here we go now. So I had to call in the ringers, Jared and Lewis, coming back for the rematch, and they're going against our first female, Tatiana.
Oh,
Wait.
what?
No. I'm gonna let female on female and let you and Jared go to war.
So funny, bro.
I'm going back up. Jared, you take the reins because I want to see you get your butt kicked for a second time.
It's impossible.
Jared is our reigning champion right now.
I will not lose.
Bully, you want to pick the last two fights? Let everyone pick the co-main and the main event, or you want to roll right to your game show?
Yeah, we can pick those 2 fights. We got them here.
All right, so we'll be quick. Co-main event, heavyweight, Carlos Felipe, Jorgen De Castro. Bully, you can start it.
I'm going to go with Jorgen. You know, he had a tough fight last one, but I think he's going to turn around and come back harder this one.
Got it. Tatiana?
Make sure he's not following you first.
I might have done that my last pick. Yeah, I think I'll go with the favorite as well, Jorgen.
Mr. Gordon?
Yeah, I'm going with Jorgen. He's a nice guy, too.
Yeah, you're friends with everybody. I forgot. You're popular, Jared.
Handguns, the favorite, Jorgen De Castro as well, or what?
Yeah, let's make it a clean sweep.
All right. Main event, and ladies first here, Tatiana. We'll let you go. And I know it's tough putting you on the spot. Holly Holm, Irene Aldana. You know more about this than me, so I'll let you get after it.
I'm gonna say I want Irene to win.
This isn't about, I tell you, don't pick your heart, pick at your head. Who you think you are.
I'm still gonna pick her.
All right, handguns, we're going to you now.
You know, I'm gonna say Irene, but I'm a big Holly fan. I want to see Holly return to greatness, and unfortunately, Irene's in front of her, so I'm going with Holly Holmes.
Gotcha. Jared?
Well, to me, it seems like Irene's probably the more hungry one. It's a pick'em fight, but I'm gonna have to go with Irene.
Belal?
I'm gonna go with Holly with this one. I think she's gonna be able to pick her apart from the outside, stay far, and then use her takedowns to get take advantage of her in that one.
Got it.
Good one, Belal.
He had to use the and analytic stuff.
Oh, we got all sorts of fun coming up on this game show. I'm excited, man.
I got a question. How is this gonna work? There's 3 of us.
No, I'm gonna back out, and I want to watch you.
But you against Tatiana. Lou just gonna say hi.
No, Lou.
Well, wait a minute. I already got a rug coming for me. So what's the prize for this one?
The next prize is a $500 chain. This is a gold chain. This fight, this game.
$500. What?
A $500 gold chain. You like gold?
Is it gold plated or is it gold?
Gold. It's from our sponsors, VVS King. Right. Cody, where you at? You're just embarrassing me. God dang it.
Let's go.
There you go.
No doubt.
Let's get after the game show. Mr. Merrow, cue it up, sir.
Get it.
Uh-oh.
All right, well, Bully, this is your part, today's categories. I don't see the rules anywhere, so I'm going to quickly get Tatiana brought up to speed. Jared Gordon's like a Jeopardy valet. The game show rules. Question's going to go back and forth. So, Jared will pick a category, Tatiana will pick a category. When you know the correct answer, shout Bully. We will listen. Whoever answers, I guess I'm the tiebreaker on that, which is fine. I'm not going to be the one forcing anyone to do any challenges. If two questions get answered right, the person who got the questions wrong, or if you get 2 questions right, your opponent does a challenge. Let's say you get a question right and you get another one wrong. If you get a question wrong, your opponent gets the point. First person to 3 challenges loses the game. If there are no questions, Mr. Muhammad.
Here we go. These categories are the best categories I've ever came up with. Here are today's categories. Who said it? It's going to be a quote from a UFC fighter, and you got to tell me who said it. I'll do the accent so you guys understand what I'm saying. Whose hairline? I'm holding it to the top of the head. You have to tell me whose hairline it belongs to. I'm sorry, ladies. These are ladies with guy filters. You got to tell me who these ladies are with the guy filters on. Who can find it first? This is another one of the fun challenges. If you guys want to do this, I'll say something, and then first one of you guys go find it first. That's who wins. So, like, say if I go find a candle or something, both of you guys have to run, go find it, show it to the camera first. That person wins. Last one is girl power. Since we have our first female on the show, I made the guys in the UFC girl filters. So then you got to guess which one of these guys are behind the girl filter.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
This show is gonna be great. Let's get it popping.
I'm not going who can find it first.
Girls first. Tatiana, you're first. You pick the category. What do you want?
Who said it? Who said it for 300?
Well, look at you. Who said it for 300? All right. I'm gonna say it with the accent. I don't care who's next. I want everybody. Anybody.
No, you're frozen.
Jared.
Till.
Darren Till.
Wait, you froze.
That's your internet. You got to upgrade your Wi-Fi.
God damn it.
That's right.
First one goes to Jared. You're already down 1 point, Tatiana. You don't want to do these challenges. Trust me. Jared,
might
you're
as well
up.
send me the gold chain now. Let's go. Whose hairlines for 100?
All right. Who's hairline for 100?
Oh, bully. Ah,
First, Jason.
I got so excited.
I heard a rumbling from Mr. Gordon first. Am I mistaken?
I don't know.
That was me for sure.
It was,
was
true.
definitely
It's true. It's true.
Who is it, Jared?
Now these are all fighters, right?
Maybe, maybe not.
What do you mean maybe, maybe not?
You said bully, so you got to give the answer. Who's your answer?
Is that LeBron James?
What?
Or
I
Kawhi
got it
Leonard?
right. No,
Oh, God.
I was DC. God
That's,
damn.
Tatiana gets the point. Jared got the wrong answer. Tatiana gets the point. 1-1. Whoever misses the next question has to do the challenge. Tatiana, pick the category. How did you not get DC? What is
Who's
it?
airline for 200?
Who's airline for 200? Here we go.
Bully.
Bully. I said bully.
That was definitely me.
Who was it, Jason? These guys are going back and
No,
forth.
he's been on the show before, but it was Flash, unfortunately.
Flash gets it.
Too fast. It's not
There we
fair.
go. Flash nothing.
Sage Northcutt.
What? How did you know that?
You could totally tell.
I did the whole body just for the ladies that are watching the show because Tatiana's on. All right, you know what that means, Tatiana. You lost 2 in a row. Let's spin that wheel. All right, your first challenge of the day.
I hope you got to go in the shower.
Oh, I can do this. I can do this.
Window scream. You got to go to your window and scream out the window. My mom beats my dad.
Oh my God.
Let's go. You got to bring the camera with you.
I can't.
You have to, or if you decide not to, you can do burpees. You have to do 10 burpees.
My brother lives here with his wife.
Nobody's paying attention. Just go out there, give it a nice little scream. Nobody will know where it came from.
What do I say?
My mom beats my dad.
All right. My mom is my dad.
That's a door, not a window.
That was a good yell. Let's just hope the cops don't come. Move on. Man, Jared's going to be a repeat champ. Next category, Jared.
Boy.
Let's go girl power for 200.
Girl power for 200. These are the funny ones. Who is it?
Oh, really?
Tatiana.
What?
That's Kamaru.
Oh, man, that's so good. The point goes to Tatiana.
I hate you, dude.
What? She said it first. You're up, Tatiana.
All right,
Next category.
I'm going to say girl power for 100.
Girl power for 100.
Bully.
Tatiana.
What?
She said it first.
I don't even know who this is. I just said it. Colby Covington.
Let's see. She got it.
Oh! I'm on a roll.
You know what that means? That was 2 in a row. Time to spin that wheel.
I don't even know who that was. I just said it.
That was a good guess. Oh,
Yo,
man.
Kobe looking like a MAGA snack in there, bro.
Jared. You got to go outside with pots and pans and say Happy New Year. While you're hitting pots and pans.
I live
See,
on
I'm
a.
not gonna
I
do it
live
because
in
the
a
Wi-Fi was trash.
12-story
Are you on your phone or your computer?
I live in a 12-story building. I'm not going outside.
All right, go in your middle. Go on your balcony.
No, I'm not doing that. I'll do the burpees.
Oh, that was
I'll get a fine. I live with a bunch of old people in Florida.
Well, yeah, I forgot. You live in the rich district. Go ahead, do your burpees.
How many do I got to do?
You got to do 10 burpees. Say I'm a coward.
Wait a minute. How many times do I have to say I'm a coward?
Every time, 10 times.
Oh, I hate you right now.
Let's go.
Oh, God.
$500 gold chain online from our sponsors.
I'm a coward.
Cody, I said sponsors.
That's what keep saying.
I know you're a coward.
I'm a coward. How many was that?
All right, that was enough. You're in shape.
All right, cool. Good. I worked out way too much today.
You're breathing kind of hard. Tatiana got the point. That was 2 in a row for her. She's up next. Pick the category. It's 1-1 right now.
Burping up my food.
I can't. This is so funny. Who said it? Who said it for 100?
Who said it for 100? I never did Stowboys in my life. I know all the. You let me finish, but go ahead, Jared. If you let me finish, you would have known better.
Nick Diaz.
Oh my God.
It's Nate.
Oh,
Nate Diaz.
it's the same
Wrong.
thing.
Wrong.
That's some bullshit.
If you would have heard my accent, you would have let me get my accent, you would have got it right. Point goes to Tatiana. One more point, and Jared does the challenge. Next category, Tatiana.
Who said it?
Who said it? Okay, she's going for who said it for how much?
200.
200.
200.
I want to fight with your
Boy!
chicken.
That
Oh,
was me.
that was close.
Tatiana, it was very close. Tatiana, sorry.
What?
Tatiana by split decision. Who is it?
You guys
Tatiana?
are screwed.
Khabib.
She said it. Khabib.
There's no way it should be me.
Well, here's the thing about this show. This is MMA show, so Jason doesn't have to answer for any reffing that he does. There's no questions asked of the ref.
Let's spin that wheel. That's 2 in a row, Jared. Man, this
Yeah. What's
Tatiana is running through you right now.
300?
This is about to be a 10-8 round. Same one. We got to respin.
Oh, God, I hate you guys.
Let's respin it.
Come on, spin the wheel.
Here we go.
Don't want to fight.
Oh. You got to text your manager or call him on camera, showing us the text saying you don't want to fight anymore because you don't want to hurt people. But he's I'm pretty sure he's not watching the show, so show him the text.
I'm on my phone, though.
Oh, you're on your phone? All right. Well, we'll save it on the side, and I'll make sure you do it after the show. And you have to show proof on Twitter.
On Twitter?
Yeah, you have to show it. All right, Tatiana, you're up. Next category.
What's I'm sorry, ladies.
I told you it's ladies with male what's it called?
Filters.
Oh, that one's hard.
That's a good one. Trust me. Pick one of those.
All right. I'm
me
sorry,
start.
ladies, for 100.
I'm sorry, ladies, for 100. Who is
Boy!
it? Whoa, Tatiana.
Ronda Rousey.
Dang, you got that fast. This is a clean sweep, Jared. It's not looking good for you right now.
I don't know.
Dude, you want this gold chain or not?
Not really.
Yeah. Tatiana, you're up. Next category.
I'm sorry, ladies, for 200.
Bully.
Bully.
Who said it?
Jared, the last two, literally, that one has to go to Jared.
That was a tie. Go to Jared.
Angela Hill.
You guys made her look bad on that one.
That's a filter. I had to say that. She's a very good looking lady. Go ahead. Next category, Jared.
Let's go. Who can find it first for?
Oh, I knew you were gonna do this to me.
For how much?
300.
300. Here we go. You have 30 seconds to find a candle. Go.
I got one.
I gotta show it.
Sir,
Oh!
yeah. Wheel.
Damn,
You see how you got that candle right
you gonna sleep with the candle?
Yeah,
It's on my dresser. What do you want me to do?
You know what that means, Tatiana? It's time for that wheel.
Smells way good. You should keep it right here.
Candle right next to you, Jared. All right. You got to eat something from your fridge with the letter V.
V.
Doesn't have to start with a V. Just got to have a V somewhere up in it.
Oh, somewhere. Okay, I'll be right back.
Letter V in the right anywhere in the name of it,
I was preferably looking for vinegar, but
or something. All right. Well,
So does vegetable count for this, or does it have to be?
yeah, that's a good little trick. When you
so
put it
we're
that way-
tied. So we're tied 2-2 while she's doing this. So next round will determine the winner.
You said I had to eat it.
What do you got?
I got Activia.
What is it?
Yeah, it's Activia.
Oh, that's a soft move right there.
Just
Super.
All right, I'll give that.
We'll give it to her.
All
All
right,
right, Mr. Gordon, you control the board.
Oh man,
All
good
right.
idea, guys.
Who could find it first for 400?
400. Here we go.
Oh damn.
30 seconds to find
Battery.
Battery. Shit.
Game's on the line right here, guys. You have a candle, but you don't have a battery?
I got a battery.
Where is it?
Wait a minute. I thought I
Where
had a
is it? I need to see the battery.
I have the battery right.
Where?
It's in here.
I need to see a battery. Oh, Jared showed it. Jared showed it.
What's up now? Coming from behind.
Jared, right there at the finish line. He just stole it right from your hands.
All right, that's a point. Next category, Mr. Gordon still controls the board.
All right. I mean, this category's been working for me, so I'm gonna have to go back to who can find it for 200.
Who can find it for 200? 30 seconds to find. Look at you guys.
Nailed it.
I got one
I need to see it.
right here.
Oh!
And that is it.
Repeat champion.
Unfortunately,
Woo!
Tatiana, you're gone. Well, Derek came back with the nail clipper. So unfortunately,
One more wheel spin. Let's spin that wheel, Tatiana.
What does this guy keep everything by his bed?
He lives in a tent.
I ran to my bathroom for that one.
Oh, this is a good one. You have to make a beard with something in your kitchen. It has to be a good looking beard.
This is gonna be awesome.
Preferably, I'm looking for like mayonnaise, mustard beard, ketchup beard. Something. Be creative.
Oh, that's so good.
How does it feel to be another repeat champion, Jared?
Well, I haven't got my rug yet, so I want my gold chain.
What do we got there? What is that? Whipped cream?
unbelievable.
I want a full beard, Tatiana.
Have your niece help you out with it. Let her rub it in.
This is so funny.
Need a mustache. Where's the mustache? This is not a Khabib beard.
That's a beard. You didn't say mustache.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gave me mustache, bully.
That's so funny.
Oh man, that's great.
You're gonna have to not eat that now.
What is that? Cool Whip?
Don't waste it. Let the dog lick it.
I'm not doing that.
Is that Cool Whip?
That was Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
But thank you guys both for coming on the show. Jared, your stuff's in the mail. I promise you. Tatiana, you're getting a Remember the Name t-shirt for being a great sport. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, well, Belal. I mean, come on. We got to go through these other face smashes. I mean, those are priceless. We got to look at all these.
All right, we're going to look at the face smashes just for fun. It took me a lot of time to make these face smashes. Let's see you
All
guys.
right.
Who is that? That is Joanna.
Bullet, Claudia.
Whoa, dang, Tatiana's a beast. How did you lose the game? Go to the girl power ones. Those are good. I don't think any
Barber?
Bully, Marlon Moraes.
Nope.
What?
Ah, it's Robert Whitaker.
Wait.
He's a good-looking girl,
I
right?
thought that was Macy Barber.
Bully,
That's Tony.
Tony.
Oh man, this was a good one.
Wow.
That's great.
You guys want to do the last hairline ones? Let's see if you guess the last hairline ones. If you guys guess the last hairline ones, you'll get a bonus prize.
All right.
Bully, Max.
That's
What the
nice.
heck? Tatiana, you're a beast. You won the game. How did Jared win?
Wow. And he hasn't had his hair like that all throughout history either.
Tatiana's a beast. I'll give that to her.
Bully, Dana. No, Matt Sarah.
What? How? How did you get that one?
Wow.
How did you know his forehead is different?
Yo, tell me Ray and Jason don't have the same barber. Look at that.
Oh,
I had to give Ray Uncle minute a cameo on this picture. I saw this picture and it was hilarious. So I had to post it.
I love that.
Derek Lewis.
I was gonna say it like Derek Lewis.
Say
It's too late now. You already ruined it.
it.
Nah, but for real, guys, thank you guys for coming on the show. Awesome, fun show. Darren Till, I'm not gonna call you again. I'm probably gonna start. I'm gonna block you on Twitter. I don't want to talk to you. We got mixed up.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
But
problem.
Jared / Gordon, save the show again. You got another championship. You got to go
Man,
change.
I am the Bully B show, whatever this is. What's the show called again?
Remember
I am-
the show.
I'm the champ of this show, that's for sure.
All right, guys. Appreciate it, man. Be well. We'll see you soon. Jared, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Right back.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Tatiana. Good to meet you.